Have you ever wondered how to grow mushrooms at home? It's an incredible, rewarding process that doesn't require a lot of space or fancy equipment. Imagine cultivating your very own bountiful crop of mushrooms right in the comfort of your home. It's not only a fun and educational venture, but also offers the added benefit of having fresh, organic mushrooms at your disposal anytime you fancy. In this video, we will walk you through the entire process, from understanding the basics, to setting up your growing environment, and finally, harvesting your very own mushrooms. We'll cover key terms like mushroom spores, mycelium, and substrates, and guide you on how to create the perfect conditions for your mushrooms to thrive. You'll be surprised to find how simple and straightforward it can be. So, are you ready to grow your very own crop of mushrooms? Let's dive in. Before we delve into the process, let's familiarize ourselves with a few key terms. First up, we have mushroom spores. These tiny, microscopic reproductive units are what will eventually blossom into our delicious homegrown mushrooms. Next, we have mycelium. This is the white, root-like substance that grows from the spores, and it's what you'll find spreading through the growing medium. Speaking of which, let's talk about the mushroom substrate. This is the substance that our mycelium grows on. A mixture of compost and manure is a popular choice for many home growers. Lastly, we have mushroom spawn. This is a substrate that already has mycelium growing on it. It's like a head start in the growing process. Understanding these terms is crucial to successfully growing mushrooms at home. They are the foundation on which we build our mushroom growing adventure. Now that we've got the basics down, we can start setting up our growing environment. Setting up your growing environment is simpler than you may think. Here's what you'll need. First, you'll need planting trays, approximately 14 by 16 by 6 inches. Next, a seedling heat mat to maintain optimal growing temperature. A soil thermometer is also crucial to ensure the right temperature for mushroom growth. A sharp knife will come in handy during harvesting. You'll also need mushroom spores or spawn. If you're a beginner, mushroom spawn is recommended as it gives you a head start in the growing process. A compost and manure mixture serves as the mushroom substrate, which is the substance that the mycelium grows on. Finally, potting soil is required to cover the mycelium once it has fully colonized the substrate. With these materials ready, we can now begin the process of growing our mushrooms. Ensuring you have the right tools and materials from the start will make your mushroom growing journey smoother and more rewarding. Now, let's get down to the exciting part, growing and harvesting your mushrooms. First off, we'll prepare the growing medium. Fill your planting tray with a mixture of compost and manure, leaving about an inch of space at the top. Now, if you're using mushroom spores, spread them evenly over the surface of the growing medium. If you're using spawn, just place it on top of the medium. The next step is to maintain moisture. Remember, mushrooms love humid environments, so it's crucial to keep your growing medium consistently moist. You can mist or spray the medium once or twice a day, or even cover it with damp towels. Now we incubate the spores. For the first 3 weeks, you'll need to keep the spores at a temperature of around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. You can achieve this by placing the tray on a seedling heat mat or in a warm area of your home. Use a soil thermometer to monitor the temperature and ensure it doesn't exceed 70 degrees, as higher temperatures can be harmful to the spores. Once the entire tray is covered with white, root-like mycelium, it's time to lower the temperature. Mushrooms prefer cooler temperatures between 55 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Cover the mycelium with about an inch of potting soil, and within a few days you should see tiny mushroom primordia, the early stages of mushroom growth, starting to sprout. After 3 or 4 weeks, your mushrooms should be fully grown and ready for harvest. You'll know they're ready when the caps open fully and separate from the stems. Use a sharp knife to cut the stem, being careful not to pull the mushrooms out, as this can damage the surrounding growth. Freshly harvested mushrooms have a relatively short shelf life, so it's best to cook or consume them within a couple of days. The best part is, your mushroom growing station will continue to produce new crops for approximately 6 months if you harvest regularly and add more spawn when needed. And there you have it. With a little bit of effort and patience, you can enjoy the incredible taste and satisfaction of homegrown mushrooms right in your own home.